Alright, Fake Sagan has done another 3 videos in defense of his chaos theory and his chaos platform. So all other philosophies that don't agree with chaos theory, that somehow human beings can't organize and can't coalesce on an idea, and if they ever do, they're dangerous human beings. So any agreement among human beings is an indication of danger. That's basically his theory. We're all supposed to be one for all and all for ourselves, or some other kind of bullshit. So anyway, there's 3 videos, and now he's using Maureen Madeleine O'Hare, the leader of an aggressive political organization, and using that as an excuse to defend his bullshit rhetoric where he called secular humanism a cult. A philosophy that has no dogma, yet it's a cult. Alright, so he's using this maligning, degrading rhetoric just as a justification, a platform. So he's just created this false controversy just so he has a platform, to do his Steph bot thing, to do his anarchy is beautiful thing, or some other kind of crap. Okay? I mean, you talk about your unproven theories of human civilization. Anarchy's it. Okay, it's the definition of failure. We started off with anarchy, and all we got out of it was nobility. So yeah, it's a dead end. I'm not going to discuss that idiotic subject. But let's just talk about Fake Sagan's bullshit tactics. I mean, this amounts to nothing more than me using, any crackpot and calling it Christianity. I mean, I could take that nutto in Waco there, the Branch Davidians, and I could say, that's Christianity for you, and say, therefore, Christianity's a cult because he was a Christian. It's just such bullshit. I mean, you're using the Mormons or some other division. What's the point in that? It's completely idiotic. And to use an aggressive political organization. I mean, no one's denying that Maureen Madeleine O'Hare was a bitch. So fucking what? She got the job done. She accomplished something. Alright, she made this country better. She made this country's legal system better. And this fucker is sitting there spitting on her grave, pissing on that woman. And I mean, that woman would kick his ass in a fucking debate. I saw her argue. I saw her defend principles. She would kick your motherfucking ass. And so it's real easy to be picking on dead people to make your stupid, idiotic, inane point. And fuck you for it. Really, fuck you. I mean, goddamn, what a piece of shit you are. Look, atheism is 900%, 10,000%, whatever the number is, more rational a philosophy than goddamn religion. I mean, fucktarded, idiotic, 2,000-year-old dogma. All right? And there can't be no debate among atheists, among secular humanists. You sit there, you're going to make some kind of argument that they're all equal? Well, fuck you. They're not all equal. There's huge differences. And then when you talk about forming organizations that have the intent of accomplishing something, breaking down, basically thousands of years of traditional behavior, that's a hell of a task they had in front of them. Especially when it was so easy in the times that she was doing this shit with Cold Wars and all this other crap to, associate atheism with communism and all this other crap. And you're just, this is just a cheap motherfucking tactic. To malign atheism and organizations that fought for our fucking freedom, that fought the legal battles that assholes like you won't fight. Instead, you go out and buy your guns and do videos cocking your fucking gun like that's going to solve some fucking problem in this world. That's not going to solve anything. Nothing. Why don't you come to the table with a fucking rational idea? What's your rational idea? What laws would you fucking change, you dumb prick? Why don't you dare to actually state what a good agenda would be, all right, just so we can analyze anybody who would follow your agenda or anybody who would agree with you. And as soon as you have 10 people that agree, we could just criticize you and call it a motherfucking cult. I mean, fuck you. This is such bullshit. This is beneath a fucking response. It is such bullshit. So let me play a little bit of this fucking video. It's not worth wasting the time on, but fuck it. I mean, this is just such bullshit that you get away with this crap. I mean, just spitting on
you
giants.
Say that this is really no different than the Rational Response Squad. And it has nothing to do with the larger philosophy of secular humanism.
Oh, yeah, it has everything to do with pointing out when religious assholes are full of shit. I mean, what is wrong with rationally responding to bullshit? What is wrong with pointing out, it was a very valid argument to say that, yes, the God delusion, it is a delusion. It is a psychiatric fucking disorder. It breaks people's fucking intellectual capacity. You are no longer rational if you believe the world is flat. You're not going to be able to draw any rational conclusions about your place in this world. All right? And so it is a logic breaker. It is a rationality breaker. Once you sit there and accept the existence of a non-existent fucking deity. If you get that fucking question wrong, you're going to be fucktarded. Oh, you're just such a prick.
What I'd really like to emphasize, and this is the point that I'll probably end this TLDWS video on. What I'd really like to emphasize is that the American Atheist Organization, and for that matter the Rational Response Squad, are based on nothing but secular humanism. You know, there's nothing added to the philosophy. Secular humanism in and of itself is enough to generate things like this.
Yeah, you haven't even defined what the secular humanism is. What dogma is it? What do you mean, secular humanism, the definition of these organizations? They had different methods. They were run different ways. They're different methods of attacking a problem. How many lawsuits has the Rational Response Squad filed? I don't think they're a political organization. So what the fuck are you talking about? They're operating for different causes against a common enemy. Yes, they have the same enemy. The enemy is ignorance. The enemy is delusion. The enemy is a fucktarded tradition. Why shouldn't they fight against those evil traditions? Those traditions that have suppressed us for centuries. And when we have a chance to fucking do something about it, fucktards like you sit there and start waving your guns saying, oh no, we can't have change this way. We can't have a political solution. We need a violent solution. So all the fucktards, so we can all rape and pillage all we want. We can steal from each other all we want. We don't have to play by any rules. We don't have to be an organized civilization. No, we'll just let who has the most guns decide who lives and who dies. Fuck you!
You know how I sometimes say in my videos that we're just rehashing ideas over and over again here on YouTube and there's nothing new under the sun? Well,
yeah, exactly. You just keep saying fucktarded things like that. There's nothing new under the sun. No one's believing the earth is flat anymore, fakey. It ain't happening, okay? 900.999% of people believe the earth is round. It's a dead idea. It's gone. It's buried. Slavery in most civilized country is abhorrent as a concept. It is gone from the human consciousness, you dumb fuck. So guess what? Everything isn't old under the sun. No, there is new under the sun. We are progressing. The fact that we are progressing at the speed of our technology and our ability to fuck everything over is a liability of our circumstance, and we might not be able to survive that, but there's no doubt that we're making motherfucking progress. And assholes like you want to throw it all the fuck away and go back to 1432 or something and play the fucking noble game. You know, like that's a better cult to have, is whoever's got all the money runs the world. I mean, that's a much better system, right? You dumb fucking asshole.
Reading that for the first time just impressed that idea on me for the umpteenth time. There have always been people like me and like Fred Woodworth.
Yeah, fucktards with no fucking concept of how to fix anything, how anything mechanically works. Things mechanically work because you engineer them to do that. Every game has to have rules. There's no fucking example of anything in the world that doesn't suck, that is ruled by chaos, you dumb fucker. Point it to me. Point to something in this fucking universe that fucking efficiently takes care of consciousness and respects it and gives it dignity and grace, that is run by no rules.
And unfortunately, there have always been a lot more people like Eternal Undying Love and Madeline Marie O'Hare.
Oh, that's a great fucking thing. So you just malign somebody, just attach them to somebody like that. Why? Because you read a book by a dissenter, by somebody who couldn't publish his own bullshit in her organization. I mean, the fact that a political organization would be a little bit proprietary about their connections and about their capacity to influence people, and that they would tend to want to control how the money flows and how the organization stays stable and together. I mean, it is really such bullshit to sit there and use some weak, feeble logic like that any organization that protects itself from internal dissension is somehow evil. I mean, that's like saying, oh yeah, it'd be really stupid for the American army not to let soldiers that have contempt for Americans fight in their wars. I mean, why would you invite spies and traitors to fight in your wars? That wouldn't be too bright, you dumb ass.